Greetings. This is Bradley. I'm the weird guy. So I got a crazy story. But first, little backstory. I found my past life as a Mayan priestess after a crazy DMT trip and several mushroom trips afterwards by going down to the river and meditating. And whenever she's around, I see the serpent, and also everything kind of has like a Mayan look to it. It's hard to explain. But anyway, I was meaning to go down to the river. It's been a while. And when I had a chance to go, I had a couple strains of mushrooms saved up that were real strong. I had some golden teachers and some penis envy. So what I do is I go to there's a couple special spots that I go to, and I eat my mushrooms, and I pray and I meditate, and I connect to source. And uh, anyway, I was doing so, and side note here, with my channel, I had a few ideas. There was a couple people I had in mind. They're interesting people, to say the least, that I wanted to perhaps interview. One of them being a person that I won't name, that goes down to the river quite a bit, and is somewhat of a celebrity, I guess you'd say. So anyway, I go down to my special spot, eat my mushrooms, and meditating, and I'm kind of just barely like coming up. I'm having kind of a difficult time. I have fibromyalgia, and I was kind of in some pain, and I have a fast metabolism, so it takes like 15-20 minutes after I eat them. So it was like 20 minutes, and they're like kind of kicking in, but it's just it's just not like doing the trick. So I eat a little bit more and wait and meditate, and they're kind of kicking in, but it's kind of like that weird in between stage. And at that time, I noticed that person that I was talking about showed up. So I was like, oh man, that's cool. Maybe I'll go talk to that person and see if I can do an interview. But it wasn't the right time, because I was kind of, like I was saying, I was trying to like come up, and like the mushrooms were kind of like not doing their thing. I was planning on waiting until I like broke through my chakras, and I was nice and even to go talk to this person. So yeah, I ate a little bit more, and it's still like kind of not doing its thing. And it's like, I know I ate enough mushrooms, and I had these mushrooms like kind of saved. I knew what batch they were and how strong they were, and I had them separated and everything, and they were vacuum sealed. And I can kind of gauge how strong a mushroom is when I eat it, like how bitter it is. And they were bitter. It's like, but shit, man, you just weren't kicking in. So I get up, I go to another spot, and I eat some more mushrooms, and wait like another 20-30 minutes. And again, it's like kind of feel like they're doing something, but they're just kind of not doing their thing. I'm like, shit, man, it's like maybe these mushrooms are old. And but it doesn't make any sense, because I had them away from the light, and like I said, they're vacuum sealed. So I went to another spot, did the same thing. I ate some more and waited like 20-30 minutes, and just wasn't really like doing what it's supposed to. And then I was just like, fuck it. So I just ate them all. And then I'll go to another spot, wait like 20-30 minutes, and then I'll walk there's like this catwalk that goes out to this island. There's a cool spot I go to there on a cypress tree, And I go out there, and I sit on the roots of the tree, kind of facing the water, and that's when they all hit me at once. And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm in for a ride." And it was crazy. I couldn't like even like stand up, or like the world was like, uh, it was like holographically like splitting this direction, which makes no sense because like with our eyes, like if you cross your eyes, you see things cross like this, but like the world was like splitting and dividing like this, and it's like, I'm like, oh shit, I'm just gonna have to ride this out. So um, I do, I sit, and I just, try to connect. I do connect to source, and I just realized, shit, I'm going to be here for a couple hours, which is okay, because I've done like meditations for that long on shrooms and staying in one spot and staying still. So I like, shit, I'm here for the ride. So I'm sitting there, and I'm tripping balls, tripping harder than I've ever tripped before in my entire life. And I'm not gonna let it freak me out. I'm just like, okay, I'm just connecting to source, and then like I'm connecting to source, and it's pretty much the same every time I do so. It's kind of like the flower of life, and just beautiful, symmetrical. It's hard to explain, but I was connecting to source, and there was this weird um, thing that kind of started coming through that, and it looked almost like camera flash bulbs, and like almost like cell phones being like held at me while I'm still connected to source. And I get this like real like kind of bad feeling, and then it kind of turns into like this one like kind of square looking thing like up in the corner of the vision, my mind's eye. And it doesn't feel right. So whenever something kind of weird like that, I do this prayer where I say, show me like unconditional love. I surround myself with the white light of God's unconditional love. And when I said that prayer to myself, that thing that was kind of bugging me kind of started just fading off and going away. And right as soon as it almost like disappeared completely, something like shocked me in my leg and made my leg jump, almost like I was getting like tased or something. It was fucking crazy. And as soon as that happened, remember how I said, when the Mayan priestess is around, the serpent's around, as soon as that thing shocked me in the leg, this snake in my mind's eye surrounded me and like did this like cobra fucking pose and like fended that fucking thing off. And then get this, right when that happened, that person that I was talking about came floating down the river. Um, and yeah, fucking crazy. It was like some weird entity or something. Um, yeah, and it kind of makes sense because that person I'm talking about, loves attention, and how that came across like as like these cameras and like cell phones looking at me and shit. Um, Pretty interesting. But yeah, as soon as that shocked my leg, and that cobra wrapped around me and protected me in that fucking cobra like pose, it went away completely. And then, like I said, that person came by. Um, yeah, so I just rode out the trip, a few hours on that rock, and yeah, and then I like had to take a leak, and I was like, shit, man, I could hardly stand up, and then I had to walk across that stupid catwalk thing, and man, I can't like even keep my balance. And I'm like, shit, do I jump in the fucking water or do I try to walk across that thing? And I had to sit down on the bench, and I'm like, okay, I got this. I can fucking just hold it for a while until I gathered my shit together. It took a while, man, but yeah, came down enough where I could walk across that catwalk and take a piss, and yeah, and then sat under this tree, the same tree that I sat under when I had that profound esoteric mushroom trip, where like I got down on my hands and knees and like prayed and stuff. And then yeah, I had the rest of the day was fine. It was pretty crazy though, you know. There's entities out there, and yeah. So I think I got attacked by an entity down at the river, and crazy thing is, when I got home, I looked at the bags and they had the weights on them. I It was 14.6 grams of mushrooms I ate in a matter of about an hour and a half. And yeah, I think it was 8.6 of penis envy, and or 8.4 penis envy, and like 6.2 of the golden teacher. So yeah, 14.6, and they were dried, and they were vacuum sealed, and they were strong and bitter. And the only thing I can think of that happened is I kind of changed my diet a little bit. I was fasting that morning, but the night before I had this giant blueberry, peach, and yogurt smoothie. I mean, like giant. So maybe that just kind of kept them from absorbing, right away. Because like I said, it's usually like 15 minutes, and I'm tripping. But yeah, it was an hour and a half, and they all just hit at once, and yeah, it was crazy, man. Makes no sense, how does the world split like this? How can you see like double, triple? Your eyes aren't made like that. It's like holographic universe. I don't know. So yeah, anyway, crazy story. um See you next time. Love you guys. Humans of the earth, we are all one. Love one another.